On 10 June 2020, the Constitutional Court declared the Electoral Act 73 of 1998 unconstitutional to the extent that it requires that citizens may be elected to the National Assembly and provincial legislatures only through their membership of political parties. The court directed Parliament to rectify the defective sections of the electoral laws within 24 months. The Portfolio Committee on Home Affairs has initiated a nationwide public participation process on the Electoral Amendment Bill. The purpose of the bill is to amend the Electoral Act of 1998 so as to insert certain definitions consequential to the expansion of this act to include independent candidates as contestants to elections in the National Assembly and provincial legislatures. To provide that registered parties must submit a declaration confirming that all its candidates are registered to vote in the region or province where an election will take place. To provide for the nomination of independent candidates to contest elections in the National Assembly or provincial legislatures. To provide for the requirements and qualifications which must be met by persons who wish to be registered as independent candidates. To provide the procedure to follow for a non-compliant nomination of an independent candidate, to provide for the inspection of copies of lists of independent candidates and accompanying documents, to provide for objections to independent candidates, to provide for the inclusion of a list of independent candidates entitled to contest elections, to provide that independent candidates are bound by the Electoral Code of Conduct, to provide for the return of a deposit to an independent candidate in certain circumstances, to amend Schedule 1, to substitute Schedule 1A, and to provide for matters connected therewith.
The Portfolio Committee on Home Affairs will be conducting public hearings in the Northern Cape from 10 to 12 March 2022 in the following areas. On 10 March, in Tall Spielman Civic Hall in Upington. On the 11th of March, in the Ranchville Community Hall in Kuruman. And on 12 March, in Khayelitshiwe Recreational Hall in Khayelitshiwe Township. Watch the public hearing on the Electoral Amendment Bill in Upington on 10 March live across Parliament's platforms from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. All public hearings are live streamed on Parliament's social media platforms. For more information, visit Parliament's website on www.parliament.gov.za. Parliament, following up on our commitments to the people, making your future work better.